The woman in question was driving well above the designated speed limit, catching the attention of a police officer who proceeded to pull her over. When the officer approached her vehicle and inquired about the reason for her excessive speed, the woman appeared to disregard the situation entirely, choosing to ignore the officer's question as if nothing had occurred.
Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I about a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle or I will remove you from the vehicle. No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you step out the vehicle.
Despite the officer's repeated requests for the woman's identification, she responded rudely and continuously demanded to speak with the officer's supervisor. The woman confidently claimed that she did not require a driver's license to operate the vehicle.
Call the supervisor. Right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay.
1025.
So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel. So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you? So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh.
The woman defiantly declared that she had no need for a driver's license to operate the vehicle. When the perplexed officer inquired about the source of this extraordinary claim, she boldly proclaimed that it was a universal law known to all that liberated her from the requirement of possessing a license. Her audacious statement left the officer stunned, grappling with the astonishing notion that such a law existed beyond his own knowledge.
I'm traveling.
Okay.
I have all the laws back here.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. In what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
The lady's persistent disregard prompted the officer to call for backup. However, even in the presence of another officer, she stubbornly repeated her claim of not needing a driver's license. Unfazed, she confidently informed the supervisor that she was in the United States, where, in her belief, driving a car did not necessitate a license. To her, this was common law across all states, an unwavering conviction that remained unshaken.
So, you do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law.
constitutional
You're in the
I
state
know
of
that
Florida.
You don't.
You're in the
You're
state of
Canada
Florida.
law.
You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
It does
I'm in.
matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter.
Frustrated by her lack of cooperation, the officer grew increasingly exasperated. Warning her sternly, he declared that if she continued to refuse, he would forcefully shut down her vehicle and physically remove her from it. The officer's patience had reached its limit, and he was prepared to take decisive action to enforce the law.
Out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her. So that's it.
Put all that down.
Without hesitation, the cop swiftly extracted her from the vehicle, placing her in handcuffs. Despite her arrest, she persistently resisted the officer's authority. Faced with her continued defiance, the officer calmly asserted that any further statement she wished to make could be presented in front of a judge, implying that the legal consequences of her actions would be addressed through the judicial system.
I need to call.
Have a seat.
I need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
Excuse me?
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail, you're under arrest.
I live right down there.
Where's your ID out of, or your license out of?
Mississippi.
I just thought you didn't have one. You
Sir,
just said you don't need one.
This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Yes,
We're not going
it
to play
is.
any of these games with you tonight.
It's not a game. This is my rights as a,
It's not
as a
your rights.
citizen.
It's not your rights.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You're in the state of Florida. The state of Florida requires you to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
Sir, it doesn't matter what state I'm in.
See, that's your problem, is you say it doesn't matter, but it does.
I have
In
the
this
laws
country,
in
it
my
does.
car.
I don't care about what laws you say
Sir,
you have.
You should care about the
I
laws
don't.
and the rights
But
of citizens. You're a
we
peace
know your
officer.
rights. We know your rights.
No, you
You
don't.
don't
I
know
know
your
my-
rights.
yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
Yes, I do.
Because if you knew your rights, you knew, or you would know, and should know, that you must have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle. And if
I've
I
been
find
this
out
through
that
cops.
if I find out that you are not giving us the right information to
I've
identify
gave
you,
the right information. Why would I
you-
do that? I'm trying to use my rights as a legal citizen. Why
why
would I
would you do
that?
that? Well, you would do that because you don't have a valid driver's license.
I don't have a valid driver's license. I don't have to have a valid driver's license.
Desperate for assistance, she pleaded with the cop to call her mother and inspect her car. However, her requests were denied, and the officer informed her that she would have the opportunity to contact her mother upon reaching the jail. Despite this, she continued to argue, unwilling to accept the officer's decision and seeking to sway the situation in her favor.
To come and get me from jail since I'm being illegally
You
detained.
will be able to call her once you get there.
Can I at least lock my car?
We will make sure it is secure.
What are you going to do with my car?
Probably tow it
Why?
because you are driving without a license.
I don't have to have a license because y'all are
No.
detaining me illegally.
No, you're being arrested.
Law
We-
is
we
law
do.
is law is
We do.
canon law.
We do.
At that moment, the officer received additional information regarding the woman's expired Mississippi license and her failure to appear in court, further emphasizing her lack of cooperation. This new revelation shed light on her character, highlighting her disregard for legal obligations and reinforcing the notion that she was unwilling to comply with authority.
So then your argument just needs to stop, and you just need to sit there quietly. You don't have a license.
Okay, I'll never drive again.
Yes, you will, because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that you'll go get a license,
Because you're
but
telling
yet
me
you
that I have no
believe
choice.
you don't. That's correct. You have no choice. You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license? So your Mississippi driver's license is expired. Okay, and the registration. So you had a court date that you missed. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't, or you choose not to?
No, sir, I would not lie to you. I don't lie. I do not remember that.
Okay, well, you do have a warrant out of Santa Rosa County. So
We're
regardless,
in Santa Rosa County.
you're in Santa Rosa County. Do you not know where you live?
I just moved here. My
When?
mother lives on High Point.
When did you move here?
About 2 months ago, from Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Okay. And you don't know what county you live in now after
No,
2 months.
I don't. That's not something I use often. What county I live in.
Okay. Well, you are going to jail tonight.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Turner.
You're welcome. I can do that too. I can stare at you.
You know that you are doing the wrong thing.
Nope, I
Y'all
know.
could let me go and handle my warrant tomorrow,
No, we can't.
right? Because y'all have something to prove.
I don't have anything to prove. My officer certainly doesn't have anything to prove.
In response to her persistent arguments, the officer sternly reminded her that if she intended to remain in Florida, she had no option but to adhere to the laws and obtain a valid driver's license. He made it clear that this was the only path forward for her. Alternatively, he suggested that she could return to Mississippi if she preferred to avoid the responsibilities associated with driving legally in Florida.
You do.
Can I please call my
No,
mother?
you will be able to call your mother from the jail.
Please let me go ahead and call her so
No.
she can head there. She's
No.
sleeping, please.
By the time you get booked in and everything, it'll be early enough in the morning. You can call her and she'll probably be getting up.
This is gonna
So
take
why-
hours.
It's not going to take hours, but it's going to take some
Sergeant
time.
Turner, please. Can you just
The
do
answer
that
is
some-
no.
karma.
I'm not worried about my karma.
I know. You're one of those.
No, you know what I'm actually worried about? People like
You're
you
actually worried
who
about
think that
meeting a
laws
quota.
don't. No, there is no quota.
There
It's
are
people
laws
like
that
you
don't
who
matter.
believe that laws don't pertain to them. And that's just
They
not
don't.
the case.
They don't.
Then enjoy spending a lifetime in and out of jail, because
I've
that
never
is what
been
will
to jail.
happen.
Though it won't, actually.
If you continue to act like this and do this, it will.
I'm not acting like anything.
Then
I'm
I
telling
would
you
suggest
that
moving
what my
back to
rights
Mississippi.
are. I'm not moving back to Mississippi.
Then if
either.
you stay living here and driving a car without getting a valid driver's license, that is what is going to happen.
You do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I've already been through roadblocks with state troopers with this.
Then they're not very good state troopers.
Yes, they are, because they know their rights. And they know the law.
No, if they let you through with this garbage, they're not.
As the officer was in the midst of explaining the laws and addressing the issue of her expired tag, another officer discovered ammunition inside the woman's car. This unexpected finding added a new dimension to the situation, potentially raising concerns about the presence of weapons or any potential legal violations related to the possession of ammunition.
$15 golf breeze. Even though you sent the warrant, stand by. Excuse me. Give me your full name. Give me your full name. Look at me, give me your full name. Give me your full name.
Subsequently, she was charged with felony offenses, including possession of cocaine. In addition, she faced misdemeanor charges for driving under the influence, DUI, while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, as well as operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. The accumulation of these charges painted a serious legal situation for her, indicating the gravity of the offenses she was now accused of committing.